exception means whenever an error occurs within a block, PostgreSQL will abort the execution of that block as well as in the surrounding transaction. So you can assume that this is syntax for the normal syntax, writing the code. Okay, declare section, we used to declare the variables and begin. After this, we will write actual code here. Okay, whenever error comes in this section, then control goes to the specified error block. Okay, whenever you are specified, then control goes to that specified exception block. Then it will display whatever you have mentioned here, that error will be displayed. Okay, suppose if you are not specified that error, then it will go to the others block. Okay, like see here hundreds of errors are there. Okay, we can't write code for each and every error, like whenever divided by 0 kind of error comes. See, I have taken small number of exceptions to discuss, like this one. Okay, so for example, too many rows kind of exception will come, then that control goes to this exception block. Okay, and execute, and based upon the message, error message you have written here, that error message will be displayed. Okay, but it is not possible to write the code for all kind of exceptions, so that we simply write when others then, and here unknown error occurred or something went wrong kind of message we will give to display the message. Okay, so in most of the applications we used to display the message like something went wrong whenever control goes to the exception block. Why? Because end user or customer will not know about the kind of exception raised by the PostgreSQL. Okay, so for example, divided by 0 kind of error is there. Okay, so end user will not know about that. Too many rows, no data found. No data found. Okay, client maybe know that. Not null violation. Suppose whenever you are trying to insert value into the, whenever we are ignoring one column, then while inserting, whenever you are ignoring one column, then that column will have not null constraint. What will happen? So not null violation kind of error message will come. Okay, unique violation. So whenever you are trying duplicate record for a column, then it is saying that it is not allowed due to the unique violation of key. Okay, so these kind of errors will come. So it is not looking good to display these kind of exception in a front end, so that many of the people will display something went wrong or unknown error, some kind of exception messages they will display. Okay, so we will do with example. So first of all, series, whenever an error occurred between the begin and exception class, like this one. Okay, block, PostgreSQL stops the execution and passes the control to the exception section. Okay, so this is the exception section, and it sequentially searches for the first condition that matches the error. So that means, see, suppose we have estimated, okay, this kind of errors may come, so that we can write the code for that errors. Okay, so PostgreSQL searches for the first condition that matches the error. If there is a match, then it will display whatever you have specified the message in that exception related block. Okay, suppose if it is not matched, then it will go to the others block. Okay, so we will do one by one this exception, how to handle these exceptions. Okay, first declare, I'm going to declare int equal to 10 and b int equal to 0. Without exceptions, we will check a divided by b. See, this kind of error will come. Okay. Now, rise notice else better to have one more variable c integer equal to 0 and c equal to a divided by b. Divided division by 0 kind of exception I am getting. These are the exception names. So here I am writing exception code when divided by 0, then rise notice error name see the output. So here error will come, so I can handle that exception, okay, by giving our own message. Okay, if you want, you can give that message also, like, see, these variable, a special variables in exception block. So I can use this percentage If you put this, see, division by 0. This is the exception name. This is thrown by pgSQL. Okay. So at this point, control will execute this statement, and this is infinity. So immediately control goes to this 9th line and execute this exception, and it will return this message. Okay. And when others, then I am displaying. So here something went wrong. Okay. First exception we have discussed, and too many rows. So here I can put this comment. Here p underscore employee name, or v underscore employee name varchar of 50. So exception name is too many rows. Okay. Select from emp where dept number equal to 10. So here I am going to take employee name into v underscore ename. Okay. And that employee name I want to display employee name v underscore ename. Already declare. Okay, here E is missing. See, I can able to display the employee name. Okay. See here, strict. Okay. So if you use strict keyword without strict keyword, see, in employee table, I'm having how many records? We can check. I'm having 3 records for department number 10. But here I'm writing, I'm taking records and moving that employee name into variable. Okay. So here it is not displaying. Actually, it has to display exception like too many records. Okay. But it is not displaying the message. Okay. So if you use strict keyword, then if query returns no row, then it will set null. Okay. For example, if I give 40, which is not available in employee table, then it will return null. Okay. So without strict keyword, if the query returns no row, then that variable set to null. If the query returns more than one row, then first record will be displayed. First employee name for what will be the employee name for first record, that will be displayed. Okay. So here king, and if you execute, king will be displayed. Okay. So that is strict keyword. If you use strict keyword, then if no row, if the query returns no records, then no data found kind of exception will come. If the query returns more than one row, then too many records will kind of exception will come. Okay, so we will put this here strict. Then first we will check party, which is not available in department. Something went wrong. Why? Because it will go to the exception block. Then first it will check whether this first exception divided by 0 kind of exception will satisfy this condition or not. So it is not satisfied, so that it will go to the when others block. Okay, so here I am taking department number 10, then and here I am writing the code for this exception, no data found. We will check whether this control go to this block or not. Okay, so exception name is no data found. See, control goes to the no data found block. Okay, error name is query return no rows. If I take employee department number 10, then something went wrong, it is coming again. Okay, so for that we need to write exception handling for code for this message. So if you want, you can display the you can display the type of error. See, something went wrong, query return more than one row. That means this kind of exception will come, so that we need to write the code for that. See, too many rows. That means control goes to this block and display this message. Okay, if any error comes which is not mentioned here, then control goes to this others block. Okay, so like that, not null violation, unique violation. So not null violation means in this employee table, employee number should not be null. Okay, we will check by inserting record into the employee table. In that insert query, I am not going to consider employee number. Okay, so here A. Something went wrong. Null value in the column employee number of relation employee table violates not null constraint. Okay, so for that, what we have to do? Not null. Not null violation. If you execute this, see this. Control goes to this block. Okay, and unique violation. Unique violation means if the employee table is having any unique key, like properties, employee, constraint. So there is employee number is unique. Okay, so employee number is unique. So take the existing employee number 7839. So employee number, and here 7839. sorry, execute it. See, not null. Department number is also having not null constraint. So give the department number and 10, execute it. See, duplicate key value violates unique constraint. Okay. So what we have to do, take this and put it here. See whether control goes to here or not. See, unique violation, duplicate V. Actual message is this one. Okay. So this is the way to write the exception handling code for different exceptions. So in real time, we use this kind of thing when others. Okay. And here, this is exception names. Okay. If you know this number, exception numbers, then it is also fine. Like 22012, that is exception number. So for that, how to write the code means SQL state. Yes, SQL state and no data found. So this is error code. SQL state. Okay. So like that you can give. So if you want, you can check like unrecognized exception condition SQL. Will happen. Oh shit. See, so if you use SQL state and the error code also, it will display, it control go to that particular box and display the message. Okay. So either you can give error code or exception name also if you want. Okay. So I have given this list of error names and error codes. Okay. So you go through that and you can practice it. Okay.